that excitement because it's like, oh my god, this is insane. I knew that was gonna happen. I officially hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, meaning I am officially monetized on YouTube. And not only did I get monetized, but I also did it quickly. I did it in 72 days or about 2.5 months. So let me show you how I did it. Let's start with just my overall journey with YouTube and sort of what went on along the way to get to 1,000 subscribers. Around January, I had decided that I was going to move to Australia, and I had bought the camera that I'm filming this on about a couple months before that. I had this idea that when I moved to Australia in February, I would start to create videos for my family and I would send it back to them just to show them like what's going on, what I'm doing, what I'm up to. Before I even left California, I started making little videos about like my roommates and my friends and things like that. I started thinking that maybe instead of just making these videos for my family, I could actually start to make these for a bigger audience. Then I pretty much had decided that when I moved to Australia, I was gonna make a video about the whole process of me moving and like what went on in the first month. And I just said, I wanna see how fast I can get to that 1,000 subscribers if I just grind and work as hard as I can on creating good quality content for people to watch. So I kind of used my move to Australia as a way to start my YouTube channel and start this journey. So I had created my YouTube channel back in 2012 because I loved making videos as a kid. Just kept them mostly as unlisted. I didn't post them publicly. Officially, my first video to post was February 11th, and it was moving to Australia. Honestly, the video absolutely sucked because your first video always sucks. But I knew going into making YouTube videos that a lot of my videos were gonna suck. A lot of them were probably gonna be very cringe, but I just knew that no matter what, I had to start. I couldn't just be, you know, umming and ahhing about it and doing all this research without actually starting. It was super important for me to just keep making videos and keep trying to just get better each single time, because by the time I'd have 20 videos, I would be way better than I did if I never made those 20 videos. For this first month, I thought my stats were so good because I was like, oh my god, almost 3,000 people watched all my stuff in February. Like, how cool is that? And I wasn't posting super consistently in February because I originally wanted to only post once a week instead of my now current schedule of posting twice a week, because I just wanted to see how long it would really take me to get from an idea to like a full posted YouTube video. And obviously there are so many learning curves when you're starting with YouTube. So it's like figuring out how to edit, figuring out how to make a thumbnail, figuring out how to talk to a camera, because honestly I felt so awkward talking to a camera at the beginning, and I feel like only in the last like couple weeks have I actually been getting better at talking to a camera. My advice to people who feel awkward around talking to a camera: don't even turn on the camera. Just have it sitting there so you're familiar with a camera being there. Just talk. Just talk as much as you can. Talk like you're talking to nobody. Sometimes I will go on walks and put headphones on and just talk, even though I don't have anyone on the other line. It just makes me feel comfortable in public, but you can just walk around and just talk to yourself and pretend you're on a call. Also, in the month of February, I got 39.2 watch time hours, which I thought was insane. If one person were to watch all the watch time, that would be like watching my videos for almost 2 days straight. Like, that was insane to me. I couldn't believe that. And I also got some subscribers too. A lot of this was family, I think, at the beginning. That was just the beginning. I wasn't posting super consistently, but it was just falling in love with making YouTube videos, learning how to do everything. I think one thing too is that a lot of people think there is like a really high entry level to get into YouTube, but there are so many free options that you can do now that really lower that entry level. What I used to help me to get to that beginning point of creating YouTube videos is that I used a free editing app called CapCut. When I eventually wanted to upgrade to Final Cut Pro, I decided to use the free trial. So they offer a 90-day free trial, which is honestly a really long time for a free trial. And I'm actually still on the free trial. Like, I haven't even bought the actual program yet. I didn't have to pay in order to start learning and start understanding the program. And I knew that if I kept up with editing and if I kept up with posting videos for that entire 90-day trial, then I felt like it was deserving of me to spend money on buying the whole thing, because it's expensive. I think it's like $300. But CapCut honestly was working totally fine for me. I was editing like on my phone or on my iPad. You can even tell, like, in some of my first vlogs, I'm using like the auto captions, and most of the auto captions are like messed up or wrong. There's definitely a learning curve, but CapCut just kind of taught me the basics, and then I was able to transfer that over to Final Cut Pro. Okay, so now we get into March. In March, I posted a lot more consistently. This is where I started to pick up that I wanted to post twice a week instead of just once a week. So I was trying to post as frequently as possible where I wasn't gonna burn out. And I found that perfect medium to be twice a week. I didn't originally have a niche that I had in mind for making videos. I looked at videos that already had a ton of success. I would try and replicate that. A big part of this is not directly copying people, because copying people is bad, but you want to be taking inspiration. Okay, sorry, I'm messing with the settings, so the exposure might be a little off. This is where I just started to make a bunch of different videos of different kinds. I had like a morning routine video, and then I had a vlog video, and they were doing okay. They had, I think, probably like 300, 400 views at the time, nothing crazy, but I was just excited to be posting things. I didn't really care if anyone was watching it. I was just excited to make them. So then I got my first video to blow up, and that was around March 14th. So I'd had a video which was I moved 8,000 miles away from home alone, moving to Australia, episode 2. When I had posted that video, it got like a couple hundreds of views. It just kind of stayed at that point. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it didn't do as well. Maybe my editing wasn't as good, you know, like I didn't expect much from it, I guess. This is where I realized that my thumbnail sucked. I realize now how important thumbnails really are, because a thumbnail is like your marketing for your video. It is the reason that someone clicks on your video, is because of your title and your thumbnail. I've heard people spending like, you know, 10 hours on their video and then another 10 hours just on their thumbnail and title. I had actually gone to a coffee shop and I had asked for a decaf mocha because it was like later in the afternoon, but they accidentally gave me a caffeinated one. And I was like, oh man, like this sucks. Like I have so much energy and I can't go to sleep. And I thought, why not just work on my YouTube channel? I might as well. It's like 2 a.m. And I switched this thumbnail to one that I think was a little bit more like aesthetic and it made more sense. And I just posted it and I went to sleep. The next day, my video blew up. For the first 3 days, it got 128 views. And then it started booming once I had changed the thumbnail. I mean, in 8 days, it was at over 10,000, and at 16 days it was at 16,000, and now it's kind of leveled off around 17,000. It was just insane to me because I was like, literally I changed one thing. I changed the thumbnail. This was honestly an insane moment for me because I was like, oh my god, people are actually watching me. I was also just so excited because I was like, oh my god, people are watching my videos, but then I was also very scared because I was like, oh my god, people are watching my videos. That was kind of where my channel really hit its first bump, where I was getting a bunch of subscribers and getting a bunch of views, and a lot of people who were subscribing to me were interested in seeing more content about Australia specifically. As we continue along March, I was trying out different videos, and I realized that every time I put the word Australia into the title, it would get a lot more views. I was still trying to make different kinds of videos, trying out different topics, trying out vlogs. I created this video called Surprising Differences Between Australia and the US, and that video got a ton of traction as soon as I posted it because I spent a lot more time on the thumbnail. I spent a lot of time on the title. With my videos in March, I just really kept up posting consistently. I never missed an upload. Sometimes I even posted early when I would post like on a Wednesday or a Saturday, just because I was so excited to put a video out. March was really good to me. Overall, I had 51,000 views, which was insane compared to February. And I had 3.3 thousand watch hours. So I was really close to hitting the 4,000 watch hour mark. And I got 542 subscribers. Honestly, those first couple videos of the I Moved to Australia and the Surprising Differences Part 1, that's what really pushed my channel up and started to get me more views overall. But I really think the consistency of posting twice a week helped my growth so much more. I thought March was a very good month for me, and I was super excited to go into April because I was thinking like, I'm over halfway to getting to 1,000 subscribers. So it kind of made me realize like I could get to my goal a lot sooner than I thought. So now we get into April. It's currently April 26th when I'm recording this video. I officially got monetized on April 25th. So yesterday. How March and April kind of compare. In March, I had 2 videos that were really holding up my channel with the 50,000 views for that month. But then in April, I was getting more consistent views across all my videos. I ended up hitting the watch time on Thursday, April 6, 2023. Honestly, the 4,000 watch hours was the most daunting at the beginning. Hitting that first, I think kind of solidified that people were watching my videos all the way through, or mostly. I think it's easier to have someone to click on your video, but you need to actually have it be interesting or valuable in order for them to watch it most of the way or all the way through. So hitting that 4,000 watch hours was super huge for me. I set a goal for myself saying by the end of April, I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers. One thing that actually ended up helping me so much, and the thing is I didn't really have control over it either, it was something that just happened, was that a larger creator in my niche, his channel name is iRocker. He creates a lot of Australian content as an American and he reacts to them. He actually made a video reacting to my video, which I was absolutely shocked at. It all happened yesterday, so I'm still honestly shocked by it. But I was in the bathtub and I was like scrolling through my YouTube analytics and I was noticing that I was getting a ton of subscribers really quickly. And I was thinking, why am I getting so many subscribers quickly? Like, let me look into the data, into the analytics. And I saw that some of the views on my video were coming from google.com. So I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe people are searching me up, but I don't know where they would find me in order to search me up. So I went in and I typed that video title in, like surprising differences, into Google. And I started scrolling down and I was like, okay, there's my video. Okay, that makes sense. And then as I continue to scroll down the videos, I see my face on someone else's thumbnail. And I click on the video and I'm like, wait, there's no way someone made a video about my video. And I noticed how many subscribers he had, which was 128,000. And I literally was, oh my god, insane. Like, I recorded some video so I can show you guys.
No way.
I literally was having a bath and I ran down to tell you guys. As you can see, I was absolutely shocked and I just didn't know what to think. No way that he thought my video was good enough to react to it, first of all, but the fact that I was like getting a bunch of subscribers and his influence has really helped me grow. I was already on track to hit 1,000 subscribers by probably like the next couple weeks, but him posting that video just boosted me up so much more. Shout out iRocker, thank you very much for reacting to my video. So I had officially gotten to 1,000 subscribers. At that time, I also had about 6,500 to 7,000 watch hours at the same time. So my strategy was posting consistently, posting frequently, making sure it was quality content, and just kind of diversifying until I found something that the audience liked and that I could replicate and recreate in different ways. I made YouTube my life. If anyone was around me in the last couple months, they know how much I love YouTube, how much I talk about it all the time. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the advice overall that I have. You need to be posting as much as you possibly can. If once a week works for you, if you have a really packed schedule, the least amount that you can post would be once a week. If you can do twice a week, that's amazing. 3 times a week, even better. But I know that can lead to burnout. Look at your videos from an outside perspective and just realize that a lot of your videos are gonna be so bad at the beginning, and that's completely okay. And I would also say just try and find something from each video that you can improve on in the next video. What I found was really important was that I used no sound design at the beginning. So as I started to continue to use sound design, I think that's where my videos started to get a little bit better. You know, if a picture comes up on the screen, you're gonna add a little pop sound. Or if you're doing like a sideways movement or like a swipe, you would want to add in like a swiping sound. Just those little tiny things that you see in other really popular YouTube channels, try and replicate that. Obviously, you don't want to copy them directly. Try and spin it in your own way. In terms of sound design as well, I use Epidemic Sound, and that honestly helped me a ton. Not only do they have sound effects, but they also have like background music and things that are honestly more trendy. So I actually have a link down in the description if you want to try out Epidemic Sound. They do like free trial for 30 days. Also, sometimes you're not gonna have the support of everyone around you. I think it's important to join a group, maybe like on Discord, or like I think Reddit has a couple groups as well. You can find other people who are also obsessed with YouTube and you can talk to them. Overall, those are my tips for how I got monetized in the last 2.5 months. I'm super excited that I'm monetized because that means I can make better content for you guys and just make better quality everything. If you have any other questions, any specific questions about my growth, feel free to throw that in the comments and I can respond to you. I also use my Instagram pretty frequently, so if you'd like to follow me over there, I'm also Ellie Magelli over on Instagram. To all my 1,048 subscribers since recording this video, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate it so much, and I am just so thankful and happy that you're here and you want to join me on this journey. So thank you everyone for supporting me from the beginning. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day and much love.